Hey everybody. Okay, so this is a little bit of good news and maybe some bad news for you. And I know what you guys are like. You guys always like the bad news first. So let me go and give you the bad news. Unfortunately, I believe this is the last video I'm going to make this semester for you guys. So yeah, that's a bummer. I know you guys have been, loving my voice twice a week, and it's just been fantastic. Unfortunately, this is it. And so the good news is that this is the last video I'm going to be making for you guys. So that means after today, there will be no more new videos of any kind for you guys to have to sit through. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick moment. In the last video, I mentioned that I got some exciting new gear. I'm going to show you guys that new gear real quick so you can see how awesome my next videos will be, even though they won't be for you guys. I don't know when they're going to be done, but just in case next semester is similar to this one, let me show you what I got. So look at that. Do I look like a social media king or what? Yeah, and that's got like 12 different light things or whatever. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this for a moment. Okay, so I paused it just so I could use this cool contraption that I have now. It seems crazy to have bought it and I didn't get to use it. All right, so here's what the last video has to do with. I want to kind of give you an update on what's going to happen for the end of the semester. And first of all, I want to also thank those of you who've had a chance to fill out the questionnaire that I sent you guys specifically about my online class and your online experience. I've got about half of you who have filled that out. If you get a chance, I would love to hear from everybody. If not, then the people who have already submitted it will speak for everyone, right? If you don't let your voice be heard, then your voice can't be heard. So if you want me to know how your experience is going, please make sure that you share that with me so that I can be fully informed. And then the other thing I want to plug real quick is you should have gotten your course eval from the university. This is going to be an interesting course eval, I'm sure. I'm not sure how many I'm going to get because I'm not there to hound you guys. It's going to be hard for you guys to evaluate it. You got pre-corona, post-corona, and so I get it. But please do take a moment to fill those out. I would really appreciate your feedback there as well. Although, for me personally, the feedback that I got earlier in the semester about how things were going, and then those of you that filled out the questionnaire that I just sent is super helpful for me, just in case I have to do this online gig again. I appreciate that. But do try and take a moment to fill out the one for ASU as well. They get mad at me if I don't have a minimum number of people that have filled it out. I don't know what that number is because I've always had enough. I'm usually in the 80 to 90% range. A couple of times I've even got to 100%. But so I've never not gotten what I'm supposed to, but I know that when I first got hired, they told me you have to get a certain amount or else blah, blah, blah. So I don't know exactly what that is. So please take a moment to fill that out. I'd really appreciate that. Now, as for the rest of the semester, so what I decided to do is I'm going to use both days next week as review days. We've covered more material than I normally do, I think, because we didn't do as many of the in-class activities that sometimes take more time. I like the understanding and the depth of understanding that those have, but also it's time consuming. So we actually have covered quite a bit of material. So I don't feel the need to, give you one more lesson, give you another lesson, because we actually have covered quite a bit. And because we've covered so much and this test is covering, a lot of new material, I want to make sure that you have enough time to review and get questions answered from me that you'll feel prepared for the test. So I was originally, as you know, at the very beginning of the semester, I said we're going to have the test during the finals week. And then when this whole thing happened, I thought maybe I should just do it during the last week of class. But now I realize I can't do that because many of you have online classes that are meeting during your normal class time. I kind of thought people were going to do what I did, which was post videos and you could, come and go as you want. But I'm finding out that a lot of you still have live class, and so you wouldn't be able to get the additional time for the final. So the final will be during your regularly scheduled finals week time. If you have an issue with that time, not that I think anybody's traveling necessarily, but if for some reason the time that you're slotted for does not work, please send me a text so that I can tell you an additional time that you could show up. There are other sections that I could slide you into if you really need a different time slot. But your final will be during finals week, and I'm going to send out an email this week with all the time and when you need to be there. I'm also going to send out a practice email to make sure that everybody has the technology that they need in order to take the final, because obviously we can't meet to take the final, so it's going to be some sort of online activity. I've not done this before, so I'm really nervous about setting this up, but so I feel like I need to do a little run through. The activity that I give you, I'll tell you what, it'll be for points. That way I know that you did it, but the questions are not going to be mathematical at all. It's just going to be like, what time is it that you're filling this out, or stuff like that. It's going to be real simple stuff. But I do want to reward you for taking your time to go through the activity I'm having you guys do, just to make sure everybody's technology is good, and I know how to set this thing up for you. Oh, look at that! I still got my wristband on from my coronavirus mask. So be looking for that. That'll probably be coming this weekend. And then for next week's classes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm available during your class time to Zoom. So I'm always available other times as well, but that's by appointment. But if you realize, if you're my 10:30 class at 11 o'clock, you've got questions, text me and we'll get together and we'll Zoom right then and there. So that for your time frame when your class is, I'm going to be at my computer ready and willing to tutor you if on anything that you need. So I'll do that for both day 1 and day 2 of next week. So and then of course everything else is by appointment. So if you realize that 10 o'clock at night that you're struggling, send me a text and I will get back to you and figure out when we can get some time together in the next couple of days. So you do have a lot of time. I'm also going to post the review either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I'm going to post the review this week, tonight or tomorrow, so that you have the review there and you've got plenty of time. You do not need to turn the review in. Okay, so there might be a lot of questions on the review. There might be a little bit of questions on the review. What I would suggest you do is that when you look at those problems, you understand and know what I'm asking you to do, and you can solve them. I'll post answer keys so you can double check, but I'm not actually going to be collecting anything from you. So the last 2 assignments that you have to turn into me is, well, that's not true. So I'll make it clear what to do in each email that I send out, but we don't have any more written homework that you're going to be turning into me, like problems to do or anything like that. So that's kind of my plan for the rest of the semester. This was not the semester I was hoping for, and I don't feel like I got to know you guys very well at all. It was too quick. If I'd known we only had a few weeks together, I probably would have tried to get to know you a little bit better, faster, but I thought I had a little bit more time. I did enjoy the classes that we had so far together. They were quite enjoyable and entertaining. You guys had really good work habits and ideas, and the classes were very fun for me, which of course, is all I really care about. And then, next semester, I don't know exactly what I'll be teaching or how I'll be teaching it. I hope that I get to teach in person next semester, normal class. And if I happen to have you in class, awesome. You may need to reintroduce yourself to me because I'm not sure how much I'm going to remember, because this has been a crazy semester. But if I'm not your instructor next semester, good luck. You can always reach out to me if you need help or guidance or anything. I'm certainly willing to help in any way that I can. And then if it's online and I have you, then hopefully I'll be better prepared for it than I was this semester. So I appreciate your guys' patience with me. I know that you guys are very anxious about how this is going. It's been very, very stressful for you guys. There may have been many times when you were not happy with what I was doing. You guys either tempered it and communicated politely and respectfully that you were not happy with what I was doing, or you just didn't say anything. So I appreciate how you guys have handled this semester. Can't have been easy, and I'm optimistic that next semester is going to be much, much better. Okay, so I guess that's it. I will sign off for now unless I happen to see you next week during our course time or during office hours. You'll be hearing from me through a few emails and perhaps some text messaging for those of you that have questions. But for the most part, this will be the last time I'm addressing everybody. Have a great rest of your break. Be safe, right? And then this summer, if we ever get the chance to go out and do something, please go out and do something fun. We all deserve it. So good luck, and I will be communicating with you soon.